The SAT is a well-known test amongst high school students. It is the deciding factor on where a student will be able to attend college, if at all. This test has been around for about 95 years now. A man named Carl Brigham invented it in the 1920s. Before the SAT, however, Brigham studied and observed the IQ test and published the book, A Study of American Intelligence, on his results. His results led him to believe that America's education is declining and will proceed with an accelerating rate as the racial mixture becomes more and more extensive. These statistics led him to create and administer a new test for students to know where they stand for college. The first SAT was administered in high schools in 1926. In 1933, James Conant met with Brigham to decide what requirements Harvard should have for admitting kids into the school. In the late 30s, the SAT was a test used as a way for scholarships into the Ivy League schools. In 1952, the current structure of questions for the verbal section of the SAT is established: reading comprehension, analogies, antonyms, and sentence completion questions. Around the same time, a new test is invented: American College Testing, or the ACT. The SAT has been around for many years and has gone through many significant changes. The biggest change, perhaps, has been that in 2006, by adding a written section, along with Algebra 2 into the math section and grammar in the reading section. This changed the scoring of the SAT. Instead of a perfect score of 1,600, it was now a perfect score of 2,400. But this new change did not statistically show that improvements were made. The average of all students' test scores dropped 7 points from the previous year. However, this new change still made teachers happy. But why? U.S. Times Magazine stated that the teachers like to see the SAT up to date. By adding Algebra 2 and grammar and an essay, the SAT was transformed from an abstract test to a test of classroom material. The SAT is a subject that has two sides. You either agree with taking it or you do not. Many blogs and even newspaper articles explain the disadvantages of students preparing for the SAT, saying that it causes too much stress that leads to depression, which leads to suicide. Many aspects are to blame for this, and most blame the curriculum and parents and teachers, not the students. Students are usually compared to those starring in the documentary Race to Nowhere, a movie influenced by a mother worried about her high school daughter and all her schoolwork. Those who agree with taking the SAT are usually prompters, teachers, and college boards, saying it is a good evaluation of the student's potential success in college.